Okay, we're going to simplify complex fractions using first method 1, then method 2. So method 1 states that you want your numerator and your denominator to be single fractions, no plus or minuses on top or bottom, which we already don't have here. So we already have single fractions top and bottom. We have 1 over k plus 2 in our numerator, all over 3 over k squared minus 4 in our denominator. The fraction here represents division. Method 1 states that we do keep, change, flip. So since we already have single fractions in our numerator and our denominator, we're going to go straight to keep, change, flip. So that leaves us with 1 over k plus 2 times k squared minus 4 all over 3. Keep your first fraction, change to multiplication, flip your second fraction. Now, in order for us to simplify our expression, I need to simplify k squared minus 4 first by factoring the DOPS expression. So the first expression does not change, so it's still 1 over k plus 2 times k squared minus 4 gives me k plus 2 times k minus 2. That's all over 3. Now, to simplify rational expressions, you have to have the same exact expression on top and bottom, which we have here. We have k plus 2 and k plus 2. So those cancel each other out. And down here we're left with a 1. So to multiply, I multiply straight across. 1 times k minus 2 is just k minus 2. 1 times 3 is just 3. So that's our answer. We can't simplify any further. So method 1 again is you want to get your numerator and your denominator to be singular fractions. Then you perform keep, change, flip. Factor out anything that you can and cancel out like items. Next, let's try simplifying the complex fraction using method 2. So I don't need to worry about combining these into single fractions. That's not part of method 2. Method 2 states I multiplied the entire fraction by the entire LCD of all the denominators. So I have 9 plus y, 9 plus y. So my least common denominator is y times 9 plus y. So I'm going to multiply every single term on top and bottom by the common denominator. So each term will get multiplied by y times 9 plus y. And to simplify our complex fraction now, I need to cancel out like items. So you go by each term individually and cancel out the like items. So for our first term, the 9 plus y's cancel each other out. So I am just left with, in my top, y times y. So that's the first term's simplification. Now let's go to our next term. The y's cancel each other out. So I am left with 9 plus y times 9 plus y. Can't do anything with this yet, just leave it the way it is right now. So that's my new numerator. Let's go to our denominator. So for our first term, the y's cancel each other out again, and I'm left with 9 plus y times 9 minus y. So that's simplification of the first term on the bottom. Now let's look here. So the 9 plus y's cancel each other out. So I am left with y times y. So I need to simplify both numerator and denominator first before I can see if I can cancel out any like items. So y times y is y squared. Here I have a binomial square, so I'm going to do FOIL first, outside, inside, last. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times y is 9y. Y times 9 is 9y. Y times y is y squared. Here I have 9 plus y times 9 minus y. So I do the same thing first, outside, inside, last. I get 81 minus 9y plus 9y minus y squared. And then y times y is plus y squared. So I want to see about combining like terms top and bottom to then see if we can do any elimination. So y squared, that's 2y squared. 9y, 9y, that's 18y, and I'm left with 81. Now here, I have 81 minus 9y plus 9y, so those two cancel each other out. Negative y squared plus y squared, those also cancel each other out. So my denominator, I'm just left with 81. Now I can simply cross out the two 81s because I have in my numerator plus signs. When you have an expression attached to a plus, you can't cancel it out. It has to be the entire expression. I also can't factor out any number from 2y squared plus 18y plus 81. So that's going to be my final answer. I leave it just like that. It's not a fun answer. It's not an easy answer, but there's nothing we can do to simplify it any further. So there is method 1 and method 2. Method 1 again is you have single fractions, top and bottom, perform keep, change, flip, cancel out like items. Method 2, you multiply everything by the least common denominator of all the denominators, simplify, and then try to cancel out like items if you can. For the second example, we weren't able to, so we have that full answer.